Hello, James here again. Welcome back. I hope you like the setup I made. You can tell that I have a lot of money to get this thing off the ground. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I have no clue. This is James' Fun Life, so I'm going to share some things that I've had fun with. If you're new, hello, welcome. I'm James. This channel is basically just random moments in my life, things that I find interesting and things that are meaningful to me, mostly my family and movies that I adore and books and comic books and anything like that. So this is going to be my review of Deadpool and Wolverine. It's going to be my review, so there's going to be spoilers. I don't know how you haven't seen this movie since it's made over $1 billion, but I digress. So let's get into it. James' Fun Life Reviews. Deadpool shit. Deadpool and Wolverine. You like that? Got that from the chimichanga pizza. It's probably gonna fall. Okay. So, I'll hold this like this. Let's go over. First of all, I loved the movie. I thought the movie was amazing. I thought Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman and all of the different characters did absolutely amazing. I'm gonna give a quick breakdown. I brought up the Wikipedia. So, Ryan Reynolds as Wade Watts in Deadpool, absolutely amazing, as always. Third film in his arc, I would say, is Deadpool between the two first films and this going into now heading into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. There's a quick pause because thank you. Thank you, Hugh Jackman. Okay, now this is another one. I don't think I've seen this actress. I don't know. If I get her name wrong, I'm so sorry. Emma Corrin, who played Cassia Nova. OMG. She was amazing. It is very rare sometimes, especially like if you're a Marvel fan and you've been watching the Marvel movies, stuff like that. The villain is either like up here or like middle ground or just absolutely at the bottom. She was top tier. I mean, just unbelievable. You have no idea what she's going to do. And when you find out what she's actually capable of, it's just unbelievable. I mean, like the scenes where she's literally just like, because I've seen it in the comic books, but when you actually see her shove her hand through someone's face to use her telepathy to speak to him, it's just, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Okay, let's get into this. So, all right. So, Deadpool opens back up. All of his time travel shenanigans. I'm really glad they got to keep that off. Now, he goes and sees, oh my gosh, he goes to the sacred timeline and he sees Happy Hogan right in like probably the midst of right before Endgame and Avengers Endgame and Thanos and all of that. So Steve Rogers, Captain America, and Black Widow, they're on the run. Iron Man's doing his thing. So when Deadpool shows up, he's kind of like asking to be part of the timeline. Obviously, he's not. So fast forward, he's working as a car salesman. Life is okay. He's lost his girl, which it's kind of funny. If you were hoping to see I just want to tell you right now, if you're hoping to see all the original members of his crew come back, they are there, but it's mostly just for like, hey, this is that, and then pretty much the entire movie is just Wolverine and Deadpool. It's just Deadpool and Wolverine the entire time, which unbelievable. To give you a full story, Wade Watts is trying to save his universe and also become a part of the MCU, which is pretty much like a drama in real life if you think about it, with all the drama going on with the MCU. So bringing Hugh back and then bringing him back is just unbelievable between all the different stakes. And then when you add in the TVA, who, if I was a huge fan of Loki season 1 and season 2, I mean, I knew what the story was at first, but then obviously they changed it of all the Kang incident. But it was awesome. I really, really loved it, especially the end with Loki. So with him coming in, it's pretty much just a setup. Like, don't think that this is going to immediately be like, okay, this is saving the MCU. It's pretty much just like a layup. It's what it feels like to me. They have Wolverine. They went through all the different Wolverines throughout the movie. The Calverine, the the height accurate Wolverine, some big comic book ones. And at the end of the whole story, it pretty much is setting up that Wolverine and Deadpool are here. Now, are we going to use them? Are they going to be set up in some sort of way? Who knows? Personally, I am hoping so much that even if it's just a cameo or if it's just a quick snippet of whatever's coming up next down the Marvel pipe, that they start to build an actual story again. You know, it's been a long time since we had a real coherent story. I know people always debate back and forth with the Avengers films, and I do too. I mean, you can look back like the original Incredible Hulk with Tony Stark showing up and asking General Ross's help. You know, that really never got paid off. So going forward, sorry about that. I got a little cut there because of my alarm. So, as I was saying, I hope that they use Deadpool and Wolverine in like a constructive way where they build, you know, Avengers versus X-Men. It doesn't have to be at the grand scale of what the comic books were, but it'd be nice, especially now that the X-Men are getting a real rejuvenation with X-97, which is another show. If you want me to rewatch all of that and tell you about it, I will happily do that. That's an amazing show, by the way. But it's at the end of this movie, Deadpool pretty much sets it up for everybody. It's pretty much just a setup. Him and Logan come back to their universe. They end up saving it. They end up defeating Casanova. And obviously the big points are like all of the different cameos between Channing Tatum's Gambit and Blade. Wesley Snipes' Blade coming back. I was such a huge fan of him. Oh my gosh, I want to rewatch all of them just because I've seen him again. Elektra, she comes back. And I have that movie too. I'm actually going to watch that later. But it was just so amazing to just see all of them come back, or just to see them come back, and then to see Channing Tatum finally pay that off. It's amazing. I mean, it's just downright amazing. It deserves the $1 billion it made, especially on a budget of $200 million. So I'm really hoping that they do something with this and they move it forward into the grand scheme of the universe. We don't really know. You know, I don't really know. I'm like all of you, following Twitter and internet and Marvel updates, stuff like that. So, but highly recommend this movie. You should definitely go see it if you're a fan, if you're a Marvel fan. And another thing, my wife is not a huge comic book fan or like a nerd. She's nothing like that. She's not like me or anything like that. But seeing her watch it and her enjoy it and laugh at all the jokes and then get some of the satire and just to be immersed in it like a movie, that's why I love it. It's not because it's like a comic book movie or it's a Deadpool movie or it's a Ryan Reynolds movie or a Hugh Jackman movie. You know, Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine. It's a movie. It's what a movie's supposed to be. There's the beginning, middle, and end. The story progresses the way you want it to. X-23 comes back. I didn't want to forget her. She was amazing coming back. Love Logan. But you get to watch the characters actually see what they're supposed to come, who they're supposed to be. You know, Deadpool realizing that he's trying to become, at the beginning, he's trying to become an Avenger because he wants to be an Avenger. I mean, that's the thing. He needs the Avengers, where the Avengers don't need him. Really. But he realizes that the reason why he's doing this is because of the people around him. That's why he's Deadpool. The same when Wolverine finally realizes, like, oh, I can be Wolverine. Like, it's almost like the whole arc of Wolverine is finally led up to this moment. I love Logan, but it's You finally get to see Wolverine in the costume that I grew up with. It's just so unbelievably satisfying to just finally be paid off after so long of just like waiting around and having a hint here and a picture there. And if you've been following Hugh Jackman's career as Wolverine, you've seen Wolverine Origins and the Wolverine and all that. So this was just such an amazing thing. I just can't talk. I can only talk positive about it because there's nothing really bad, I believe, is in the movie. The story goes along, all of the characters, the villain, she's amazing. Like, it's just so fascinating that people still argue about, I know that there's going to be, if I probably own it and I rewatch it over and over and over again, I'll probably find bits and pieces, but just in the time, it was just so nice to just see a movie. So, I highly recommend to go see this. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's got everything you need. Let me just give you a couple breakdowns if you want to know. The running time is 128 minutes. The budget was $2 million, and right now I'm looking online and it says it's at $1 billion plus. So get out there, go see Deadpool and Wolverine. Thank you guys. If there's anything else you'd like to me review, talk about, let you know, ramble about, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I hope you have an amazing one. Let's do this outing. Ooh.